What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited about this topic that we're going to talk about today, and we are going to cover the idea of passive income. It's not an old idea. The only thing is that there are so many ideas out there and there are so many ways of generating passive income that it almost feels a little bit overwhelming. And so the key difference with this video versus all the rest of the passive income idea videos that you come across is that we are going to talk about low cost but very high growth potential ideas. And so when a lot of people think of passive income, they think real estate investing, they may think dividend stock, because in this video above, I did cover passive income through dividend investing. And even though that is a true passive income stream, I'm just gonna be honest with you, the only way for that to work is if you have at least $50,000 to $100,000 minimum in a portfolio that holds dividend stocks. That's more of a long-term play and it can work. It's just you have to save up a lot of capital in order to do so. Now, don't get me wrong, you still can invest now, say with $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or more. But the only thing is that the dividends won't pay you as much as if you had a larger portfolio. A myth that I love to hear is that passive income is something that you don't have to put in a lot of work for. But quite frankly, you will need to put in a lot of work up front and then you will reap the rewards later on. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 passive income ideas and then give you 3 semi-passive income ideas. But before we dive in, you need to ask yourself why you want to get into a passive income venture. Just imagine for a second that you're on vacation, maybe with some friends or a loved one, and you open your bank account and you see plus $1,500 deposit directly to your account. Or imagine this, that you wake up in the morning and you look at your phone and you see plus 500 that hits your bank account. And those are literally money moves that you made in your sleep. And so as you were imagining that, I did the same thing before I started my YouTube channel. And just for a quick spoiler, YouTube is actually one of the semi-passive income ideas that I'll talk about later on in this video. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. The first section we're starting out with is passive income streams. And then the first idea is cashback and reward stacking through credit cards. And so the tools that you will need is, of course, a credit card. You need something that gives you cashback and rewards with certain categories that you may spend. And these categories could be groceries, restaurants, gas, online shopping, and many more. But those are mainly the categories that the reward points require. The second tool you're going to need is a good credit score in order to own the credit card in order for this to work. And then the last one is an idea of what category that you spend the most money in each and every month. But the startup cost is $0. The effort is very minimal. And the only way for this to work is you have to pay attention to your billing cycles. What that basically means is that you will need to pay off the full balance or you're going to get charged interest, which will completely offset the gains that you would earn from the rewards cashback. If not, then the interest will accrue during that time period and it will diminish all the work that you put up front in order to gain the rewards. I did this over a year ago and it was a hustle that I actually made around $100 to $150 per month. And then I would take that money and then add it into my brokerage account and then I would invest the money to grow even more. And the example that I'm about to share with you is a bank that I actually partnered with, but your situation may be different and the way that you move money around according to your lifestyle may be different than what I'm doing. So the bank that I was with, they actually had a minimum asset balance requirement in order to get a boost on the interest paid through the reward system. That basically means that every single asset account that I had within my banking app had to be within a threshold of $20,000 minimum. And since I use the same bank to hold a lot of my asset accounts, then I was able to reap the rewards. Some examples of asset accounts would be an individual retirement account, or another one would be cash. Cash is obviously an asset, and so that contributes to your minimum threshold. And then lastly, a brokerage account. And these are used to invest in stocks. And so all my asset accounts added up to $20,000 minimum for the threshold. And so normally I would earn 2.5% on certain categories. since I had that minimum balance, I would earn 3% instead. And I know that doesn't sound like a big boost, but over time, it really adds up. Trust me. And so during that time, I would spend around $2,000 a month on gas, groceries, online shopping, entertainment, Call of Duty, my haircuts, dinner dates, and then wasting money on a lot of other stuff that I just enjoyed doing. And that was just the minimum. I would probably spend more on some months anyway. And so with that, I would earn between $50 and $150 each and every month just from spending money on stuff that I already needed anyway, or in some of those examples that I wanted. And so I paid off the full balance before the credit card billing statement was due, and then I would earn the money in my account. And as I was just saying, I would transfer that money into my brokerage account to invest it and then grow it even more. And I would repeat it each and every month. And so that's how you really stack up assets. And the only thing is, don't use your credit card for a payment like rent, because most of the time you'll get charged with like a 3% fee. And depending on your rewards category percentage that you would earn, sometimes you would even lose money, or it will be a net zero. And at that point, then it's not worth using your credit card for something like rent. The second passive income idea is to create a mini course through Udemy or Skillshare. And you can have topic ideas like personal finance, ChatGPT, Canva, freelancing industries, and there's so many opportunities to talk about gigs that you know a lot of information about and that you can provide real value. But if you do go on there talking about stupid topics, then they will kick you off the platform. I mean, just take a step back. You were in school at one time where you were required to learn a valuable skill set. If you've taken all these years to learn something valuable, then why not teach it to someone else and then make money from it? Because the time investment for this would be at least 10 to 15 hours starting out. And what's included in these hours is you scripting your videos, you planning how many course videos that you are going to publish. This includes editing, so when you're going to edit the videos, when you're stuttering, or your voice may crack, or your dog walks in the picture, or your girlfriend comes screaming at you while you're recording, or your cat is scratching on the couch, or someone calls you while you're recording a video, or whatever happens while you're recording a video, you can edit all that stuff out. And so that's where it leads you to a startup cost of $50 to $200. And that includes your microphone that you may need. It also will include editing software that you will use to edit all your videos. And also ChatGPT, you do want to pay for the premium version to help smooth out a lot of your scripts. And then any other resources that'll help you get started. But see, the sad part is a lot of you still think that that's a lot of money. When you would spend hundreds of dollars to go to the club trying to rizz up a girl that doesn't want you anyway. Or you even spend $100 on virtual currency on a video game. Or even worse, you'll spend thousands of dollars on a concert for someone that's never met you before. But just take $200 and invest in something that will pay you later on. Just take a month, lock in at least 10 to 15 hours within that month. Don't do anything else. And once you edit it, you publish it, and then you'll start seeing the money fall down from the sky. And lastly, the earning potential is between $50 to $500 a month in royalties. And the best part is you can post it on multiple platforms. And then the third passive income idea is selling ChatGPT prompt packs. I know this is a little bit different approach, and quite frankly, I didn't even know that this idea existed. But there was one time I was typing on my computer and I looked at a platform like Etsy, and they have so many ChatGPT prompt packs that are for sale. And they could be between $1 to $5 for multiple prompt packs. The thing is that they sell them in bundles and prompt packs that's in a PDF format. Let's suppose that you put together your prompt packs within a 2-month time period. And so your startup cost would be around $40. Because if you pay for the ChatGPT $20 a month subscription, you knock it out in 2 months. The only thing else that you're investing is your time to put into these prompt packs. Basically what this is you tell ChatGPT some written rules or instructions about what you want it to do. So you could focus within a certain niche, and this could be public speaking, marketing, finance, YouTube scripting, search engine optimization, or any other industry that you focus in, this could be really good passive income stream. And the great thing about this is the prompts keep everything consistent. So you don't have to re-ask ChatGPT about certain instructions and projects that you want it to do. And this is just like the coursework. You're just selling knowledge. And if you check out Etsy.com, then you will see that people actually make a lot of sales and good money from this. The time investment, I'd say, is between 5 to 10 hours. And the potential could be $25 to $300 a month. Quick pause. If any of these passive income ideas are not what you expected, go ahead and hit that like button. And that way YouTube can promote it to other people. And also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it will continue to be valuable content that will be shared throughout my channel. All right, now let's switch to semi-passive income strategies. And so the first semi-passive income idea is a YouTube channel. I know I gave you this spoiler earlier, and the reason that this falls within the semi-passive income bucket is because you have to continue to put in the work. And so a lot of people that know me personally ask, well, Josh, why did you start a YouTube channel? I answered, and just being completely honest with y'all, I had just got out of a long-term relationship and I realized I was gonna be alone, and I'm thinking, this is gonna just be my grind season. And so while balancing my full-time job, I was like, I want to have an income stream that's gonna pay me later on while I have the time and energy to do something now. And so with that, I'm thinking, well, I work in corporate finance. I have an MBA in finance, and I have all these personal stories. And so I want to share with the world and give other people hope and give other people information, because a lot of people may not understand these topics fully. And so as of the recording of this video, I've been doing it for almost 4 months. And I've been working with my video editor, and he did the first video. He is freaking phenomenal. I don't have to give him a lot of feedback. He knows my style. He communicates great. He delivers on time. And even when I get to the point to where I'm over 1 million subscribers, he's still going to be working with me. Or even if he's not, I would love to help support his goals and whatever he's doing at that time. And so my personal philosophy is that I focus on content creation, quality of work, search engine optimization, work with someone in marketing, and then focus on brand and sponsorship deals. And so with this semi-passive income stream through YouTube, the main income driving source is through AdSense. That basically means when you hit 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 watch hours, then YouTube will pay you per 1,000 views after you meet that minimum threshold. And depending on your niche, that's the payment range that they would pay you per 1,000 views. And so the startup cost for this just depends on if you want to structure it through a business, like a legal entity, or if you want to do it personally. I'm not a certified public accountant or an attorney, but I recommend you do it through a business structure. And the startup cost is from $0 to $1,000. That includes upfront cash if you want to pay some video editors while you figure out this thing and get on your feet, software subscriptions, and any other resources that you need in order to get started. But from a time investment standpoint, it requires a lot of work. And while I'm working my full-time job, I'm also producing videos. And people underestimate the time commitment. So you should plan for 5 to 10 hours per video. And depending on if you edit or not, which in my case, I don't edit my videos. I outsource to a superstar who kills and completely does all my videos really good. Then that includes recording, scripting, thumbnails, search engine optimization, and much more that goes into building a channel. But the mid to long-term earning potential is at least $100 to $2,000 a month in AdSense revenue. Or if you're doing it personally, AdSense income. The second semi-passive income idea you can do is paid WhatsApp or Telegram groups. A lot of people actually mix this in with their YouTube content creation. And a key topic could be money moves, daily motivation, tips and tricks based on the topic that you're covering, or even exclusive content. The thing about this is you have to have a group or community that enjoys the same topic that your group chat is about. And the time investment could be 15 to 30 minutes a day, depending on how much you prep, or if you schedule content to be published each and every day, then it really depends. But if you charge on a subscription basis, say $5 a month or $30 a month, and then multiply that by the amount of group members that are in your chat, then you can earn roughly between $50 to $500 a month. The thing is that you'll need a community that's very engaged, or they'll feel like they're getting ripped off. But you have to be passionate about it, you have to be diligent about it, and most importantly, you have to stay consistent. Because if you don't, then you're gonna just look like an idiot trying to rip people off on the internet. And the startup cost for this is $0. And the third semi-passive income idea are vending machines. And I know that this is an old idea, but with the way technology and AI is going, a lot of these vending machines have AI integration mixed in with them. Meaning you can track inventory par, sales, any issues or machine malfunctions, purchase trends, and many other features that AI and technology will bring you. And so the type of vending machines that you can have could be snacks, drinks, or even niche goods. A good example of niche goods is you could have a vending machine in an office space that could sell Tide pens, pencil and pen packets, phone chargers, laptop chargers, and anything else related to an office space. Because people most likely need those things. The only caveat is you must do research, and most of the time, wherever your vending machine sits, there's most likely going to be a monthly charge just for occupying the space with your vending machine. But the startup cost could be between $2,500 and $6,000 per machine. And the time commitment varies based on monthly stocking requirements and then maintenance. Unless you hire and outsource other people that'll do that for you, the thing is that it'll eat into your profits. But the potential is between $150 to $500 a month in profit. And profit is just everything left over after you pay all your monthly expenses. But this could be good if you're willing to take the risk. Okay, so now that you have all these options, you can literally take action immediately. And as I stated earlier, these are low cost but very high growth potential. Just be sure to do your research and evaluate your risk tolerance based on the options that I gave you. And as I stated before, passive income and semi-passive income still requires work up front, but it could pay you long after if you just stay consistent. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Josh, I don't have money to start this. And 9 times out of 10, people do have the money to start something. They just have to make sacrifices and tighten their own personal budget. And tightening your budget just means maybe you don't eat out at a restaurant 5 times a week. Or maybe you calm down on the day parties every weekend. Or cancel subscriptions that you don't use. And after you do a personal audit of all your finances, then you can say, hey, I have $200 to $300 to invest into a passive or semi-passive income stream. And the thing is you will get that money back. And then you can choose to do whatever you want with that money. You could either reinvest it into the idea that you are currently pursuing. You could use the money to pay off debt, or even better, you can even use that money to invest into other assets that will grow your money even further. And so there's no excuses into why you can't start immediately. Just remember, do your own research, pray about it, and start today. You don't have to be fully ready. Just start today. But as always, I'm glad I was able to provide y'all with some value in this video. But make sure that you hit that like, subscribe button, and notification bell so that you'll never miss a drop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.